I'm McKenna.
I'm Cole.
Welcome to
Our Not So Typical Life. Hi everybody, it's Monday, and today I'm going to be talking about the myth that kids or adults on the autism spectrum don't eat foods or are picky just because their parents didn't make them eat it. Now, how is this a myth? It's actually pretty simple. Just because your parents tried to make you eat foods, or someone tried to make you eat foods, in my case, my parents tried to get me to eat a whole bunch of stuff, like eggs or different kinds of meat, like ground beef. And each time, I either ate it under protest or simply refused to eat it in the first place. And for instance, I have a very quick story with the eggs. I have to tell this.
That's the best story.
My mom tried to make me eat eggs years and years and years ago. It was breakfast of the morning. We were going to the zoo in Denver, and we got to the zoo, and Mom found out at the end of the day that I had a mouthful of eggs in my cheeks for the whole day.
From breakfast.
From breakfast, because I didn't want
Still in your mouth at the end of the day.
Because I didn't want to eat them. I didn't want them to touch the inside of my mouth. I didn't want them to touch my tongue. And the answer to that is, it's not just me not liking the food. It's not as simple as just not liking the food. It's actually way more than that. The thing is, it's actually a texture issue. That's actually a common thing. In fact, a thing that we read not too long ago said that 2/3 of kids on the autism spectrum don't eat certain foods because they don't, because of a texture thing. And
I think it was less than 20 foods.
Yeah, fewer than 20 foods, and it's nine times out of 10 because it's a tactile issue or a texture issue. And we're addressing this because it's a very, very common misconception, and kind of an annoying one, that you think, oh, just make your kid eat more stuff. He or she will grow to like it, and that may or may not happen. It's all up to the kid, and most of the time, it's just not going to happen.
I think if it's a texture thing, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
If it's that strong of an aversion, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. And so yeah, it just won't happen. And try as one might, if a kid refuses to eat something, like, you might have to look a little bit deeper. Don't just assume that they don't like it, especially if you know or have an inkling that your kid is on the spectrum. Do your research. Talk to other parents who have kids with the same problem, or talk to adults who have the same problem, like me. It's not just not liking it.
Or cook it a different way.
Or
like you
yeah.
don't like chicken in general, but
No.
if we cook it a certain way, you like it.
Yeah.
Like, you won't eat fried chicken, but you eat chicken nuggets, and you eat baked chicken if I bake it in the oven.
Yeah.
And put certain stuff on it.
Mm-hmm. Or with cheese. That's another example. I don't like cheese, at least not by itself, but I love cheese pizza. I love macaroni and cheese. I love grilled cheese sandwiches. But I will not eat cheese just by itself, and that is a texture thing as much, if not more, than a taste thing. And it's unexplainable, and that's just how it is. That's how I am. That's how any other person is who has this issue. And it's unfortunate that most people just say, why don't you just make your kid eat the stuff, or something like why is your kid so picky, or in my day, or when I was a kid, if I didn't eat something, I just didn't eat.
Well, then you wouldn't have eaten ever.
I wouldn't have eaten. I would not have eaten if that is how my parents did things.
I used to ask you that when we were dating. I used to be like, well, then why didn't your parents make you eat different things?
and they just didn't. For one thing, it just frankly wasn't worth the trouble, and
Well,
two,
they just realized that
yeah,
it was an issue.
it
wasn't a picky thing. It was an
No.
issue.
yeah,
They
and,
realized that.
yeah. And as I grew older, and as my parents did more and more research into it. In fact, my mom is a special ed teacher, or was a special ed teacher, so she really got into it. We found that out. And since then, I've only been very, very rarely asked to try something new, and if I don't like it or don't want to eat it, it isn't pressed.
Yeah, it's
Not
a
anymore.
thing.
It's not a thing.
We do some things different though. Like sometimes, and it's small variations though.
Yeah.
Like we'll put different seasonings on the chicken
Right.
or
Yeah.
on potatoes.
Mhm.
But that's about it.
Yeah. It's.
We have like pizza 4 different ways in our house right now. We have 2 different brands of frozen pizza.
Yeah.
French bread frozen pizza, pizza rolls, pizza bagels, and those little Red Baron frozen pizzas.
Yeah. That's
And they're all cheese, of course.
all cheese. Yes. But yeah, and McKenna even said just now, and I just have to mention this. I eat. She calls them the peas. It's pizza, pasta, pretzels,
Pita chips,
pita
popcorn,
chips, popcorn.
Pop-Tarts, and
What was the seventh?
there's 7.
There's one more. I'm sure we'll think of it after this video is done.
Yeah. And
When-
pasta. Did you say pasta?
I said pasta,
Look into it.
but yeah. Anyway, we felt it was necessary to come up and expand on this more, especially after finding this article that I mentioned earlier. That people need to know. People who have friends or family members or children on the spectrum, if they don't already know this, they need to know.
Especially kids, because
Kids, yes.
like we're in a Facebook group for autism, and it's parents with
Yeah.
kids, and it's adults, and it's spouses, and it's like all of these people. And parents will post and say like, my kid won't eat this, what do I do? Or my kid's doing this, what do I do? And it's just so sad that these parents think that they need to try to change their child when they really need to just learn to go with the
flow.
what their child's telling them,
Yeah.
because that's what it is.
Yep, it's simple as that. And it can get kind of annoying, especially if you're an adult who has a very limited range of foods that he or she likes.
Or you're married to the adult who has a limited range of food.
Yeah.
There's only so many ways to
make
eat cheese pizza.
one thing, yeah. But luckily if I know what I like it, and you don't really have to mess with it that much.
It
But
makes you easy to please.
there you go. So anyway, so I'm not really sure what else there is to say about it, other than, again, if you notice this especially in your child, do your research. If at all possible, sit down and talk with your kid. Maybe he or she can try and explain it to you a little bit, and you can take that information and go from there. Or else, and just not. If you notice this and you know this is who your child is, or your friend or family member is, just
go with it.
go with it. Don't try to force something on them that is, first of all, not going to work. Second of all,
It's stressful.
it's really, really stressful.
It's stressful for everybody. For the
Yeah.
person, like family dinners or
Yeah.
holidays. Like it's stressful for the person who's cooking, and it's stressful for you
Yeah.
to feel like they're accommodating you. So just don't.
No, don't.
And if you're the person who's worried that your kid isn't getting the vitamins or the nutrients because they're not eating like a meat or something,
There are alternatives.
make them eat beans or Greek yogurt. Like you love
Yeah.
Greek yogurt and you love refried beans.
And
So you
Yeah.
don't eat
I'm not.
meat, but you like vegetables.
Yes.
You like fruit.
I'm.
You eat tons of refried beans
Yep. I'm.
and tons of Greek yogurt.
Yeah. I'm.
There are options. And protein drinks.
Yes. I'm not protein or vitamin deficient in any way. I just get it from
Other ways.
Different-
there are other things.
from different sources. Yeah. Anyway, everybody, I think that's it, and hopefully this is like, first of all, interesting. Second of all, and hopefully it's informative to everybody watching this, and this gives a little bit more insight into what our life looks like, and should help with anyone who is struggling with this with their child or with their friend or family member. Anyway, this has been our video
For today.
and we'll see you all next time.